Hey guys, it's P2, and today we're going to be trekking ourselves to Ascalonian Catacombs, and we're going to be doing Path 1, which is with Hodgkins, or Hodgkins, whatever you want to call him. Now, what you're going to need to start off the dungeon is at least one Elementalist. You don't really need it, but Elementalists make the path a lot smoother. And if you're the Elementalist, you're going to need an ice bow. Ice bows are very important, as you will see later, and as I will explain further in the dungeon. Now, what the rest of the party usually does is we run past this door while one person stays behind to talk to the NPCs, because at that doorway that we pass, a Graveling Mound will appear, and it's just a headache to deal with. So we just don't deal with it. A lot of people don't deal with it. So just be ready to run through and not wait. So, Path 1 is Hodgkin's plan to collect the Flaming Scepters and defeat the Howling King. Now, our first boss that we're going to be ready for is the Spider Queen. And she appears in every path. Every path up until Kohler is different, or the same, rather. So, that's one thing to deal with. Now, the first thing to do is get rid of the gargoyle heads, because they shoot fire and it's quite a hassle to deal with. So, usually we get the two at the gate and then the one closer to us. The farther one doesn't really need to be destroyed. It's really at the discretion of the party at the time. We can make do with most of them gone, but it really all depends on how your party is built, who has the experience, who does not. Communication is very important, so please remember to always communicate with your party, especially if you're pugging, which means pickup group. If you use the LFG to find a dungeon group. So please be aware, communication is very important, and always be courteous, whether you are a vet or a new guy or a new lady, or all of the above, or none of the above. We're all inclusive here at P2 Gaming Okay, I'll stop. Alright, so you'll notice that one of the spider hatchlings is targeted, and we don't attack it. It's because that one specifically spawns the Spider Queen. As you can see there. Now, the Spider Queen hurts. She hurts a lot. She drops very painful poison AoEs. She just litters them across the arena, as you could see a glimpse there. And they hurt bad. And it drops a lot of confusion on you, and it's just not a fun time. So you need to stack on her and just burn her down as fast as you possibly can. If you wipe a few times, don't be discouraged. It happens to the best of us. But as you could see, her poison fields just decimated my health. And be sure to get rid of her little spider hatchlings. They're annoying too. So don't feel bad if you die at Spider Queen. Everybody dies at Spider Queen. She sucks. One of the old methods was we used to stack between the staircase and that little fence post that we jumped on. But they changed the way her mechanics worked. I think the issue was that she would spawn the poison fields either way. I can't be sure. But the point is, we don't stack anymore. Now, with these guys, if you were paying attention to party chat, I did not know that we don't stack at the door anymore. It's been that long since I've played this path. But you're gonna need to stack for these guys and just mow them down. Don't spread out. It makes it a lot harder, especially with the breeder, because what the breeders do is they basically vomit out babies. It's really disgusting when I say it, but you'll see that they'll do a vomiting motion, and then smaller baby hatchlings will come out. It's really nasty. Now, this Hall of Doom is spikes. as you can see. So if one person can make it through, right on the other side of the doorway to the left, there is chains to pull, and these stop the spikes so that the rest of your party can get through. On to our next boss, which is Kohler, as his dialogue is graciously bugged. Now, if you saw my Silver Wastes 101 video, you might recall that I mentioned that the Thrasher Platinum does something what a Kohler would do. This is Kohler. This is the Kohler that I was talking about. As you can see, he'll do a spin like that, and that pulls you in. Then he does a whirl, and it hurts bad. It's easy to dodge out of it because he doesn't have a kind of orange telegraph such as other mobs, but he telegraphs in his actions. But it's just easy to stack and burn him down. Now here's the fun part. You can either jump like Nyala is to the left, or you can just rush through the kind of flame torch, the torches or whatever. Their eyes will light up, indicating that they will be throwing fire. Now this is the part that a lot of people have trouble with, and will make an elementalist exceedingly easy. 2 will stay here. Pararos and I stayed behind. What will happen is the second group will run to the other side. If you look to the mini-map, you'll see kind of where the rest of the party is running, and you'll see where the mounds happen. As you can see, the ice bows are quickly getting rid of the Graveling mounds, and Gravelings use cripples and stuns, and they kind of ping-pong back and forth because they'll stun you and knock you down, and then they'll like shove you around, and that's how a lot of people die very quickly in Ascalonian Catacombs. So just be ready for swiftness or stealth or whatever. Right here, Nyala got to it before me. So that's the first part of the scepter, is where you can see where she is. That's where you'll find it, and you run up these stairs and you run up that scaffolding, and there will be a coffin there, and you just click on it. There will be a small prompt, and that's where the first piece is. Now we're gonna head back to Fullfire's Heart, and we're going to go head to get more scepter pieces. Now this part I personally have never done because my party is always ahead of me and they know what they're doing as well. So you're gonna run past all these mobs as best you can. If they're already aggroed on someone, you can just sneak by them. It's not that hard to get past them, but if you need to pop a swiftness, you'll see this, go left. Just go left. I promise you'll see why you go left. It spawns oozes if you go right. So, yep. Liam, ever the, amazing... Oh my gosh. Ever the amazing, demonstrator. So yeah, that's why you don't take the obvious right path, is because oozes spawn. And to avoid that entirely, you just take that side left path. Now, Hodskins is going to demand more scepter pieces. You go into the big area through these stairs. Now, I'm not going to go in because Nyala already has it covered, but in the Hall of Champions, there will be a lot of Gravelings kind of hunched around glowing areas to loot, and those will be the scepter pieces. Swiftness, stealth, whatever you need, because those Gravelings come after you, and they come after you fast. So a veteran who has run that before is highly advised. And now you just spam his dialogue and give him the rest of the pieces, because he likes to take his jolly good old time. Don't forget your chest with your tasty blues and occasional green. And now we head back. Remember to be taking that winding path, because the oozes will still spawn if you take that main path right there. This part, you're going to need swiftness, stealth, evade moves, stun breakers, anything and everything you can do to run through as hassle-free as possible. Usually with a veteran who has, swiftnesses or buffs or anything, you'll run through. A lot of people get downed here, a lot of people get lost here. You just take your second left, and then your next left, and then take a right. You can just follow the mini-map, but I understand that it's difficult in retrospect, but you take your second right, or left. Oh, now I'm getting confused. See what happens? See? But yeah, just do your best to try and evade them, stealth, whatever you need. If you're not comfortable running through that yourself, or you haven't done it before, please let your party know beforehand, and it saves a lot of hassle, because the last thing anybody, especially veterans these days, me included, is that we don't want someone dying and then admitting later that they don't know or can't get through. So just let people know. And usually in looking for a group, they'll tell you if they want a speed run. And if you have never run it before, they might not take too kindly to you joining into their group. I'm saving you from heartache and people being mean, because people are mean. Alright, Howling King. He's really easy. Don't ever stand in front of him, because he pulls a Dr. Octagonopus. And that's an old meme, for anybody who remembers that. Banner warriors, pop your banners down, just don't stand in front of him.